Hey everyone, today I am going to be doing a must-haves for babies. This is more of, when they're from newborn to maybe up to about 6 months. And I already did this video on my other channel, but it was kind of rushed through because I had everything on my phone and I had to use my phone to record that one because my camera had died. And I had stuff to do that day, so I didn't have time to wait for the battery to charge up and everything because it takes a couple hours. But I'm going to redo it now, and so I have everything on my phone. So for the first thing is, now this is kind of, for me at least, it's kind of, I don't really know how to explain it, like a baby swing. Most people would say that that's a definite must-have. Now, probably about the first 2 months when my son was here, he was in it all the time. He loved to swing. But then from, 2 months on, he didn't really care for it anymore. He liked his little bouncer seat more than the swing. But I do know that there are many people, and like even my mother and people in my family have said that a swing is definitely a must-have, that all of us kids loved our swing, that we were always in our swings, and so it's just one of those that's like kind of controversial, I guess you would say. So, I mean, it's good for the first couple of months, I guess. But the next thing, like I said before, the bouncing seat. It's just like the little seats that vibrate, and some of them play music, or some of them have like the little things that attach to it that have like the toys hanging down. My son's, he doesn't have anything hanging down. It's like, this is the swing that I have, and then the seat looks just like that. It's just like that, like the actual, this part right here. So, but he doesn't really care for the vibration or the sounds that it makes or anything. He kicks his little foot and makes it bounce. So, that's what he loves. He's obsessed with it. His legs are always going, making it bounce. I mean, he goes to town on that thing. And so, I would definitely say, and it's easy, when they still can't like sit up fully, whenever you start, if you choose to start at the 4 months, to start feeding your baby food, it's easy to put them in the little bouncer seat and feed them like that. And it's very convenient, it's lightweight, and I mean, if you need to cook or do something, you can just bring it into the kitchen, whatever it is, you can bring it right there with you. Okay, so the next thing is receiving blankets or burp cloths, or both. Now, I have a ton of receiving blankets and a ton of burp cloths, and my son, he never really spit up much or anything like that. I mean, he did at the beginning when we were trying to figure out what the right bottle and formula was for him. We did have some problems in the beginning, but for the most part, he was good. He didn't spit up a lot. But I use mainly receiving blankets because when he did spit up, it was a lot more than just a little bit, even though it didn't happen that often, So, but I definitely think it's a good idea to have both of them because, every baby's different. You could have one, like my friend was telling me the other day that her son, whenever he was little, he would do, like, projectile vomit, like, all the time, like, exorcism stuff, like, she said it was bad. So, it's always a good thing to have receiving blankets or burp cloths, and then receiving blankets, of course, it's just good to always have a blanket. My son is definitely a blanket baby. Like, he has to have his blanket, something to hold. So, the next is the Q-tips for babies, okay, and this is just what they look like. They're just like really thick around here, and then they go, thinner around the top up here. And these are very good when, they have little boogies like in their nose, or you need to clean their ears and stuff. They work a lot better, and they can fit into, the little spaces, that you can't get with regular Q-tips. These are just safer for them, and so I definitely say these are a must-have. Okay, and then the next is gas drops. These are like probably at the very top of my list. Definitely for those first couple months, my son was so gassy. His tummy was always hurting him. We had to go through 4 different bottles and 3 different kinds of formula to finally, you know, find one that worked for him that didn't upset his stomach. But I mean, he went through hell and back, you know, with the stomach pains and, you know, the gas pains. He was a very gassy baby. And so gas drops were mine, my fiance's, and my son's best friend at the time. Not so much anymore. I never give them to him anymore. It's the past couple of months I haven't given him any gas drops. He hasn't needed it. And I mean, he's been doing good, but it's definitely something that you really, really need to get whenever, you know, before you have your baby. I would definitely suggest getting it before you have your baby rather than waiting until your baby needs it and then going to get it. And the next is definitely a car seat that has the base for your car and then the stroller that goes with it. So that way, like, if you're going somewhere and your baby falls asleep, you don't have to wake your baby up by picking your baby up and then putting them in the stroller. You can just, you know, it comes off, the car seat comes off the base, and then you just snap it onto the stroller and you're good to go. It doesn't wake baby up. And I mean, I have absolutely loved mine. And the next, I would definitely say a toy that makes the crinkling noise, and one that is white and black, like big, bold, like white and black, and crinkly. And what I mean by crinkly, it makes a lot of noise, is something like, this is like the wipes that we use, but the noise that makes like this, yeah, it's pretty annoying, but my son loves that noise. I know most babies do. So, and plus whenever, you know, they're first born, they don't see colors. They see black and white, and that's it. So, I mean, you see all these baby toys that are like really colorful and all that. They don't really see that. You need something with like, you know, bold, like black and white, total opposites, you know. That's what you need. That's what they can see. That's what they find like attractive, I guess. I don't know what word I was searching for there. But, so yeah, definitely a must. And then a big diaper bag. Now I have 2 diaper bags, a smaller one and then a big one. Now, the big one's for, you know, if we're going on a long trip or, you know, he's staying the night at somebody's house. So I have the big one so I can fit everything that I need in there. And the smaller one, I mean, it's not small. It's a good size. It's, you know, this size right here, and it has like pockets in the front, and there's like a zip one. And so this one's just for like when I'm going to the store or something like that. And then this is my big one that I have. And it's pretty big, and it has pockets all throughout the sides. It has like little net pocket over here on both sides. So yes, definitely diaper bags, and ones that are good sizes. Now sometimes I find that a smaller one is kind of too small at times, but I mean, now that he's older, I don't need to worry about, you know, him spitting up and having to carry like so many extras, and then his toys he keeps in his car seat with him because he always has to have like a bunch of toys with him. So I mean, all I really got to do is keep an extra outfit and, you know, like the necessities in his diaper bag. So it's not that big of a deal to have like a huge one, but it is good to have one for, you know, if you're going to be one of the mothers that is going to let your baby, you know, spend the night away from you. And then the next is the safety / like grooming kit. I know you can get them at Walmart. I mean, Target, anywhere. I got mine at Target, and it has like the nail clippers, has little files, thermometer, one of the, I don't know what they're called, little suction things. I'm drawing a blank at what they're called. But anyways, I mean, it just has like a bunch of stuff in them. And so they are definitely good to have because, I mean, you have to have the nail clippers and the thermometer. Those 2 are definitely a must. I didn't really see a need for, you know, anything else in it. The files are kind of nice because when you do clip their fingernails, they do get a little sharp, so it is good to file them down, but a lot of babies probably won't let you sit there and just like file their nails, so I know mine will let me do it for a minute, and then he's done with it, and he's like, let me go. And then next, this is also kind of like the baby swing. I know some people love them, some people don't see like the need in having it, but I was blessed to get the baby monitor with the camera, and you know, those are really expensive, and that was the big gift that my grandmother gave me and my fiance for my son. because she knew how I was going to be once I had him, that I wouldn't want him out of my sight and everything. So, but I think it is very good, especially if you have your baby, if you plan to have your baby sleeping on its stomach. Because my son, up until say a month and a half when he was first born, he woke up every 2 hours of the night, you know, like most babies do, and he slept on his back, and he absolutely hated sleeping on his back. And so then I started putting him on his stomach, and before 2 months old, he was sleeping through the night. And so it was kind of scary for me to start doing that, because you hear all of this bad stuff about, you know, SIDS and all that. So I was really scared about it. And then, you know, but he was still in his bassinet right beside my bed at night. And then he grew out of his bassinet, and I had to put him in his crib. And of course, I couldn't, you know, move my bed into his room or his crib into my room, you know. So it was good to have the video monitor, because that way I could see him, you know, and if I heard something, I could, instead of having to get up and go to his room, I could just, you know, turn on the video part of it, and I could see him, see what he was doing. And so to me, I absolutely love the video camera monitor, and I would definitely say that is a must-have. Like, it was for me, and it will be whenever I have another kid. Like, I'm going to be keeping it, and I just think I like it better than I would just a regular baby monitor. Next is the formula dispenser. Now, if you don't know what it is, it's like a little container, and it has like 3 different sections in it, and then the lid, it like spins, it doesn't spin, but you can turn it to each section, and it has a little part that pops up, and you put the formula in it, and you know, measure it out and put it in each section. And that, I mean, my fiance hates it because he says he can't figure out how to work it. It's too much of a pain in the butt and all this other stuff. He would rather just take a Tupperware container, pour the formula in there, and bring the scoop with you and just tote that around. To me, no, some of the Tupperware containers can be too big, too bulky, but these are small, and I mean, it's easy. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. Sorry. But I absolutely love mine. I have 2. And I would not want to go without them. I love them. And they're cheap. They're only like maybe $3-4 at Target. So. And the last thing is definitely my bottle brush that I have to wash his bottles. At the top, let me see, I actually have one in this bag. This is the bottle brush. And I'm not sure if all of them are like this. I know I got one that came with, because whenever, for my baby shower, I got the event bottles and like everything that came with it. It had the bottle brush, the formula dispenser, the bottle sanitizer thing, the real big thing, like just a bunch of stuff. And it came with a bottle brush, but it was like only had bristles on one side. The thing that I like about this one, and this is made by Munchkin, and I've seen these at Burlington Coat Factory in the Baby Depot cart and Target. I don't know if they sell them anywhere else. I really haven't looked anywhere else. But it's by the brand Munchkin. And what I love about this is that the bottom here, it screws out. And this is to get up into the nipples of the bottles. So I absolutely love that, because, you know, not everybody can boil the nipples every, you know, couple of days. You know, when you have a baby, you find it kind of hard to get through all that crap. So this is nice. I love this. I would not want to live without this. So, and that concludes my must-haves for babies. I hope y'all enjoy this, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.